So I think if you're down for it, on all of these, I've gone into etymology of the word and how the word shows up. Okay.
Let's dive deep.
Let's do that. So I don't usually have cheat sheets. So every time I pick this up and go, yeah, I'm going to read off of this. Kind of weird. All right. So self-trust, the verb, it's really the verb for trust is to rely upon and make strong and safe. So to trust is to rely upon and make strong and safe, which I thought was really interesting when it comes to our concept of self-trust. How does one make a relationship with self strong and safe? I like that.
Well, and I would just immediately pattern and say people really are struggling with safety in their lives and they're craving it. And I think it's probably related to a trust issue of self. Like they're craving external safety for themselves. And maybe there's a lack of self-trust that's requiring that to be met in the outer world.
Yeah, I actually have I very rarely have an example or an anecdote, but I have one actually of an experience I had just yesterday, which might be relevant. Then the noun is veracity. Veracity basically meaning habitual truthfulness, right? It's a person who is honest most of the time and tries to be accurate. And another, synonym for trust is integrity. And this is where we go into the principle level. It's strong moral principles, but I like that integrity is also a state of being whole and undivided. So this almost gets into our previous conversations about individuation, which is a relationship to whole self. So to some extent, self-trust also requires a relationship to ourselves in an undivided way. Like we are tracking all the parts of ourselves that are accessible to us in the time that we are in. I can break that down in a minute. And then finally, faithfulness, which is basically loyalty. It's an ability to keep your promises and observe your duties, which is closer to my definition, which was like, well, did I make a commitment? Did I show up to the commitment? Okay, now I trust myself.